TRT made me jacked. But here's why. Look, there's a lot of confusion about testosterone and testosterone injections and how that may facilitate a good physique or not a good physique. The truth of the matter is, yes, testosterone around in higher concentrations, especially consistently if you're injecting every day or every other day and you got stable levels of testosterone, will contribute to increased muscle protein synthesis, among other things. But, does testosterone itself like make you jacked? You just like get on TRT and then suddenly 6 months to a year later, like you're going to be jacked? The answer to that question, sadly, is no. We're going to go through physique pictures. I'm going to show you how. I'm going to talk about all the kind of things along the way. So prepare yourself, my friends. In the meantime, hey bro, you either owe me a like or you don't owe me a like. And it depends on if you get this right. So pick heads or tails and we're going to flip this coin to see if you get it right. Pick it, pick it, pick it. It actually made a sound. All right, we landed on tails. So look, bro, if you pick tails, you're good to go. You can move on. If you picked heads, though, you got it wrong and you owe your boy a like. Quickly, I wanted to mention that the Cortex Nootropics stack V2, the stack that we just launched, is now buy one, get one free. Literally a BOGO. We only run these like twice a year. The code to do this is BOGO, B-O-G-O at checkout. If you buy a bottle, you get a bottle free. If you buy 2 bottles, you get 2 bottles free. Literally buy one, get one free right now on the new Cortex Nootropics stack. Link is down in the description. You're going to love the stack. And it's BOGO. Not going to happen for quite a long time. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to give you very quickly a before physique image of me. And this is before I got back to working out. This is kind of my, previous steady state after I'd lost this probably 30 pounds or so, like COVID weight and ex-bad relationship weight. This is when I got myself back into like, okay, I was thin and like, I wasn't looking like gross. Sometime into this, I got very conscious of the necessity to work out. I'm like, all right, that's it. I'm going to build a physique. I really want to do it. Now, I wasn't on testosterone at this point, but my total test levels were right around 900. Between 900 and 950 is where I felt good, and I was achieving that via a bunch of supplements and a bunch of natural things that I was doing. Then as I progressed forward, I ran a 2-month cycle of just Clomid. I didn't manage estradiol. I didn't do anything else. I just took Clomid every day. That shot my testosterone numbers up to about 1250 total test. Free test wasn't above the reference range, but it was close to the top of the reference range. And in that time, I was maybe 6 months or so into working out. So like I was still going to the gym every day. But here's the thing. I was tired. Like it was difficult for me to go and hit the gym and push hard, and then go to the gym the next day. Like I'd have to take days off because my recovery just wasn't quite great yet. So here's a picture of my physique in, after dosing Clomid, getting the test up for, a couple months, up to 1250, and then hitting the gym. I obviously put on some mass. I was not lean by any means. I was really just kind of focusing on eating and building as much muscle as possible, right? It pretty shabby, honestly, if you ask me. That's not a great physique compared to what you're going to see, where I'm at now. I kept working out, kept going to the gym, tried to do it every day. That was still difficult because, again, my recovery just wasn't there. Like it was difficult for me to go every day. And this is the whole point of how TRT allows you to fucking get jacked and build a great physique. Because then I brought testosterone into the mix.
This is where we fight! This is where they die!
My initial dose was 140 milligrams every 4th day. I oscillated between different protocols because I'm a biohacker and I want to see like what works for me, what's more anabolic. I was up to 180. The highest I've gone is up to 210 a week. And throughout that time, I definitely saw a much more radical transformation in terms of my ability to stay lean and pack on muscle, but critically importantly, and this is the major takeaway when it comes to TRT and getting jacked, I was able to wake up in the morning, 6 a.m., have a little coffee, go to the gym, and fucking crush it. 7 days a week, guys. Without fail. I mean, in the last 7 months, I think there may have been 2 times, and they were both when I was traveling, where I took a singular day off of the gym. Again, in total, I'm probably at the gym a year and 5 months, 6 months or something, nearly every day. Again, in the beginning, I couldn't really go every day because I didn't have the strength and the energy. But the last year or so, pretty much every day, and the last 7 months on TRT, no question, every day except for those 2 days. And I'll show you a couple pictures of my progression. So here was a few months into TRT, into being able to go to the gym every day and feeling like, wow, like my recovery is substantially better. Like I don't even get sore. Like my muscles don't get sore. Yeah, I get a little injured every now and then, like my shoulder hurt, something will hurt, I'll have to deload. But largely, I'm not sore, man. I don't get DOMS. I don't get any of that stuff. I don't get tired or fatigued post the gym. I can just go to the gym. I can push heavy weights. I go home, eat a killer meal, make sure that I'm replenished, and, rinse and repeat the next day. So here are some progress pics kind of into TRT, but not quite where I'm at now, to show you that, again, the significance of TRT in building a physique is both the muscle protein synthesis, but more significantly, all of the steady state testosterone that's around, or if you're injecting less frequently, the super physiologics, peaks of testosterone that are around, and to some degree, the estradiol, helping your joints, muscles, tendons, bones to be strong and for you to generally feel strong, fostering like massive recovery ability. This is the critical identification about TRT. It's not that getting on testosterone like makes you jacked. You have to put in the fucking work, my friend. And you got to go every day, every other day, multiple times a week. You absolutely have to maintain your diet. I mean, if you're going to grow, you kind of got to be in a surplus and then maybe a deficit thereafter to see where you're at. I haven't done full on bulk cut cycles and I've still managed to put on muscle and still get lean. So as I progressed, I'm going to show you basically what I look like now. It's hard to tell, here, but I'm pretty fucking jacked. All right. So these pictures were taken pretty recently. And by recently, I mean in the last few weeks. And this is a good gauge for exactly where I am right now. So some of these images are like pre-pump. I think a few of them are post-pump, like after an actual workout at the gym, where like my muscles are more pronounced and I'm more vascular, etc. All right, so like look at these images. And now what I want to do is I want to bring us all the way back to like my first image before I really started getting into the gym, before I got on TRT, and let's look at that transformation. This is that transformation. Like significant difference, the striations, the actual mass, the vascularity. I am in tremendously better shape now, a year and some change later, with a good degree of that time being on TRT than obviously I was when I started. But one might look at all this and go, yeah, look, TRT makes you jacked. And the truth of the matter is, my friends, it really doesn't. What testosterone will do in the gym is allow you to lift heavier, have more endurance doing it, and to stay in the gym pushing longer. It's going to improve recovery to the point where you could go back the next day and largely feel fine, not feel sore, fatigued, feeling like you need a day off. It's like, I really don't feel as if I need days off. I can just build my physique the way that I want to. I have no physical limitations on the physique building. Yes, I'm synthesizing more protein than usual because testosterone does that. Having high levels of testosterone does that, but you can achieve that with natural levels above 800 nanograms per deciliter. Same time, you must be consuming enough protein. At the same time, you've got to know when to go in a calorie surplus for 4, 5, 6 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, depends on how much you can stand and how much you are comfortable kind of looking a little puffy. Because ultimately that's where you get, that's where you get a good degree of the actual muscle growth that stays, that you can see it and you're like, wow, this is a pretty significant difference from my previous baseline. And you also have to have the ability to know when to dial the food back, right? Like see what you're left over with. Like try to maximize lifts and PRs and gains and energy as much as possible, but not end up in a catabolic state where, your body for energy purposes is basically breaking down your muscles. It's a fine balance, but critically, the truth about, does TRT make you jacked or not is, well, no. I mean, it definitely doesn't. What it does is it gives you the energy, the wherewithal, the endurance, the protein synthesis to then go maximize like strategically set workouts over a long period of time, the right food intake, not just in terms of macros, but in terms of calories and manipulating them, being in a surplus and being in a deficit at other times. And also, it's like knowing how to lift weights. I mean, there's plenty of guys that go to my gym that look exactly the way they did a year and a half ago, or whenever I started going to this gym. It's like, I don't know what their testosterone levels are, but it's very obvious that they really don't have goals to change their physique. They're just kind of maintaining whatever kind of half crappy body they have. So guys, TRT doesn't make you jacked. It just puts your body in a position where if you're willing to do the work and you're willing to get up early and you're willing to go to the gym and you're willing to crush it and you're willing to eat right for a good physique and you're willing to do that for a fucking year, then you can, if all the stars align and you're doing the right things, then you can get jacked and or be in pretty good shape and get the physique that you want. So no, TRT doesn't have the ability to make you jacked if you don't do everything else right. It just sets you up so that if you are willing to put in the 1 year plus of work, well, then you can get a pretty killer physique. All right, everybody, as I said in the beginning, yeah, look, the Cortex stack, which has just launched, version 2 is a focus and flow stimulant. This is one of the most exceptionally powerful nootropics that we've ever launched, that I've ever taken, and that is on the market now. Just launched recently. Already the reviews are coming in and they're sick. People love the stack. And whenever we get a huge batch of inventory, we run a buy one, get one free. So literally it's BOGO right now on Cortex, and that's ending super soon. So this is what you do. You add a bottle of Cortex to your cart. So I'll just do it quick for you. Boom. Add a bottle to the cart. Okay. Cortex singular purchase is what you want, because this will not apply to subscriptions because they're already cheaper. And then once you get to the checkout page, this is where you enter the coupon. Hit enter coupon, you go down to the coupon code input, you put BOGO. That's all you got to put. Apply coupon. Boom. Coupon code applied successfully. Okay. So now you've got 2 bottles of Cortex for the price of 1. You've just done a buy one, get one free on the Cortex stack. And by the way, this applies to as many bottles as you get, up to 6 bottles. So if you get 6 bottles, you're going to get 6 free. If you get 5 bottles, you'll get 5 free. If you get 4 bottles, 3 bottles, you're going to get 4 and 3 respectively. All right. So go get the Cortex stack, buy one, get one free right now. You're going to love the stack. 60 capsules, 30 servings, guys. Premium clean focus stimulant. Other than that, I hope you guys had a great weekend. Rock on. Hope you enjoyed the fights if you watched them. Can't believe my boy Strickland. We won't even talk about it, bro. Wow. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one.